Discord. Mic open.
We're in the middle of a great deduction, right?
Yeah, we are.
Nice.
Try talking.
Hello? Yes, hello?
Okay, I see the Discord sound meter opening. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There it is. I can see it.
I can see it.
I can see the future.
I can see it.
I can see the future.
I can see the future.
I can see the future. I'm on fire.
I'm on fire.
You too can now see the future.
Okay.
God.
Hello, everyone. Everyone. We begin another Great Ace Attorney stream. We are actually overstaffed today. Besides our usual suspects, AderuMoro as Susato, Arkham as every deep voice guy in there, Trav as Herlock, Andre as a sailor. Well, actually, I'm going to have you be Hosonaga today again.
Which one's Hosonaga?
Glasses guy.
Oh, okay.
And Blackjack as Nikolina. We have Snow as any extra character that pops up, or if she needs to, if anyone needs to bounce, she'll take over. More characters will come out next week in the middle of Chapter 3. So, yeah. I apologize in advance that you keep getting sidelined in these things, but yeah. Let's begin. Where are we? Who are we? ...
What? Whoa. Okay, I missed a lot, and I was like, "What's going on?"
What an amazing picture to start on. ...
Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature.
Incredible! You solved the mystery!
Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name.
My dear man. It was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. They say that?
They do?
Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
But of course. What's on your mind?
Welcome, two new viewers, whoever you are.
Let's go.
Oh.
It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me.
I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly.
And he'll do it in that order too.
Perhaps. You don't know my methods.
Well, good. First of all, Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
You are well informed, madam.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Hey, those in the chat, how's the audio?
It's really quiet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Which is quiet?
Let me see. One sec. Everything.
All right, I'm gonna talk random stuff. Blah 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 blah.
Boom boom.
Okay. How's it coming out?
Let me hear.
Oh, oops. Oh, I see now. Okay.
Should be good now.
Is it? All right. I just noticed Obi.
I just quiet. Yeah, some people are quieter than the other. It's kind of like all over the place.
Oh dear.
Really?
Okay, we'll go down the line. Aderu.
Hey, sup? How are we doing? Do you want me to keep talking? I'm just gonna keep talking. Okay, hello, how are we doing today? I'm talking to the microphone. There's music playing in my ears. This game has a great soundtrack. Yeah, this game is great. Do you want me to shut up yet?
Okay, that should be good.
Okay.
How's that?
Let me see. That's good. She's good.
Okay, your turn. Someone, wait, hold on. Someone check the stream in her stead, in Andre's stead.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. So
All
just
right.
talk.
Yeah, go talk.
Hello, how's it going? You know, we're just here. You know, we're here. We're Meowth. You know, we're playing Ace Attorney. I don't know why I went to Meowth, but we're here. Yeah, let's capture some Pokemon.
Sounds good.
All right. Next up is Arkham. Just say whatever. We're just audio checking right now.
Alright. Whatever. How's that? Am I good? What are we doing here?
We're just
Can
audio
any of us ever be good? What does it even mean? Asking the big questions here. Blah, 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 blah.
How does he sound?
Check in. I think he sounds fine. Let me hear. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Okay, next up is Blackjack. Just say whatever, and we're just checking on sound stuff.
Blackjack, is Blackjack there?
I don't think she's there. Okay, we'll go to Trav next.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hello? Hi.
Oh, hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, Blackjack's here.
No, I can hear Blackjack. Yeah.
Take it away, Blackjack.
Yeah, I've been talking. I said I even brought up an article to read.
Oh, I don't know why that didn't pick up.
We
Okay.
didn't hear you till Trav started talking.
Okay, because then you were just telling me say anything, so I thought you were telling me don't read from the article. And then you were saying you couldn't hear me at all.
Oh,
Okay. The Timna parrot, Psittacus timna, also known as the Timna gray parrot or Timna African gray parrot, is a West African parrot, formerly classified as a subspecies of the gray parrot Psittacus erythus timna. It is now considered a full species.
okay. How does she sound?
Audible.
Okay, Trav.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is an aerobic stage capacity test. No, for real though, how we doing? We doing good? We sounding good?
How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
She sounds good.
Okay. Snow?
Maybe a little muffled, but like.
Okay.
I think that's like the noise compression on this microphone
probably.
compared with Discord.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it off real quick. Let's see how that goes.
Okay. Let's test that then.
Let's see here.
Sorry. Thanks for your patience, folks. We're
Mhm.
okay.
There it is. Is that any different?
What did you do?
He turned
how's
off
this?
his noise compression.
Have I been freed? Am I more audible, or do I still sound muffled?
I hear you. It sounds pretty clear.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I guess Snow. We're gonna do some sound tests.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Testing. Should I say some more things?
Yeah, this is some more things.
We're on a boat, a ship, a Saturni. I don't even know what to say right now. But testing.
Okay, how's that?
More?
That sounds a little faint.
Faint. Okay, let me see.
I can't raise you up anymore than I
Yeah.
can.
Sounds
I
fine
can
to
raise-
me.
It sounds
Yeah.
fine?
How about now? How about
Yeah.
now?
That sounds a lot better.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. I just turned up the volume a bit more. I didn't know if it was peaking or.
Oops. Yeah. You sound better on Discord, so.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we're good now. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for your patience, chat.
Woo!
Okay.
Back to milk.
Milk. Right. You already read this.
Good.
Ah,
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
no matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example, but logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Ah,
So I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal to a snake by whistling.
but madam, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural move.
Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless.
Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes.
I will take it out of the snakes. How?
There is one other thing.
You have more?
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins.
Then it should try harder.
Poor snakes.
It's slacking off.
Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snakes had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. I'm trying to say that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this.
Hmm.
Think. We need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh no, you don't mean.
Yes. We need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be.
I had a feeling that was coming. All right, let's give it a try.
That's what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, right.
So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again.
What? You've done it again!
Her handcuffs are gone.
They go?
Fear not. I shall see them restored after our work is done.
I really wish you'd leave them off.
Now, everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
Correction. Hold it, Mr. Show.
We've already read this, right?
I have no idea.
You
Eh.
did it the last
You
time.
oh yeah,
True.
true. That Bob?
Yeah. I'll let you rock it then.
All right. Boom. She does have a pained expression on her face.
Yes, that's true. It looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind.
But you're not sure that Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then?
Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova.
Okay.
Oh, Naruhodo-san, look! That looks like a very painful wound.
It looks like a scratch made from some kind of small animal. And a fairly recent one, too.
Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here.
Yes!
Yes, when you recalled those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain.
Indeed. And simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh.
Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch? Sometime last night? You having mic issues, Blackjack?
I don't think I am. I'm literally touching absolutely nothing. Can you hear me?
Now I
Can you hear
can.
me now?
Man.
Okay, because I was making it like I went.
I had a feeling. So, huh.
Yeah.
It might be you might be like Discord or something.
Wanna check
Could
your
be. Let me try unplugging.
Yeah.
check your input sensitivity levels too, maybe?
I do not know how to check that. I know how to plug my microphone in, and that's
Whoa.
it.
You sound way clearer now.
Oh wow, you
Oh.
sound clear. No worries.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ah. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse.
And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Okay, this is repeat lines.
That poor man.
That poor snake.
That poor snake. Forget about the guy. It seems likely that scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand. I should probably take a few seconds before reading these things. Was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except snakes don't have claws, do they?
No, they don't. Don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow.
Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of her friend?
Should follow her gaze, Naruhodo-san. That's where we'll find the answer. Are you having trouble moving the cursor, Naruhodo-san?
Shut up. I got this. I got it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Here's you're struggling a bit.
It was in fact not fine.
It was in fact not fine.
I can't. Okay. Wait.
Down.
Wait. Wait.
Ooh.
It's so perplexing.
Oh.
Almost
Oh.
got it.
It's so close. Oh, there you go.
Aww.
Ah. Look at this. Look at the photograph on this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away.
She is exceptionally beautiful, isn't she?
Yes, that's true. But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that caught my eye. Maybe we'd take a closer look at this. Okay. Should
Oh?
Well, then. Look at this little cat Miss Pavlova is cuddling here.
Oh, what a cute little kitten. Could vie with you, couldn't it, Naruhodo-san? For the blackest outfit?
A black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it.
Yes!
Without a doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us.
Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear.
Oh no.
The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you?
Dark is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind.
Darker would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's oh my god, again? The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled...
Let him know that snake.
Mr. Sholmes, I think you should stand a little few feet to the left.
To the left, like
It
this?
can't possibly reach me from here.
Is this better?
I'd have to topple the whole man over.
What was that?
Whereas, regrettably...
Daryl, did you say something?
Nobody's worried about Seaman Strogenov and he's being strangled by the snake.
He seems fine. Look at him. He's just standing there.
I'm a little worried.
This specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? Was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does! You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's soft skin.
Do you see that? He just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back.
If she'd just left it in her pocket, no one would ever have known.
Oh, yes. Ploys like that are Mr. Sholmes' specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something.
I thought deduction was a specialty. Or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too.
Anyway, find it hard to believe that that's the skin of a snake.
In which case... just what was Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? Well, it is speckled, and it is a band, but... what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. And that looks like a handle at the end.
I think it may be a cat's toy. This is common in the West, apparently. Sort is common.
Sort is common. How is that a toy for cats?
It's like they chase a band around and paw at it. Paw at it.
Paw.
Kittens in particular love that sort of play. Only need to wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it.
That sounds positively adorable.
Positively adorable.
Positively! Oh, no. We're not having a good time right now.
Yes!
Yes! The thing you are trying, but failing, to conceal is, a cat's toy.
Precisely. And the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it.
But why? For what reason?
My dear boy, there can be only one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use a speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darker. A truly troublesome feline young Darker is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova.
The photograph of Miss Pavlova and Daka has been added into the court record.
Nice.
Court.
What?
It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Erica, she's so naughty.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Have you read this already?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Keep going. Indeed. Terrible venom.
Mr. Sholmes says it's true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body.
That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned.
Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. We're looking for the autopsy report. It's postmortem report.
Yes!
I guess it wouldn't be an autopsy without checking everything.
What? In fact,
This portion.
Crunchy audio.
uh-oh.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Transformers!
Hold on. Yeah.
I was just saying that I guess it wouldn't be called the autopsy report if they didn't actually cut him open.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Alright, I'm gonna raise Daru's audio a bit, just a touch, so I can hear her. Ooh. How's it now?
Sounds better.
Okay. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained in the post-mortem report.
Ah, yes. I knew it was one or the other.
His neck was...
Indeed. The breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath will be strong enough to survive that.
The Seaman Strogenov isn't some immortal freak, you know.
The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, we take that as fact. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
No. Would that be? I think this might be a flashback again.
No.
Wait, I think this line is. Yeah, but keep going.
Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something. Or someone.
Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though.
Presumably Daka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him the final blow. Fatal blow.
I suppose. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. Could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident.
Oh, yes. A bad fall could explain it.
It's rather hard to believe of Kazuma-sama, though. wasn't a clumsy man.
Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from this scene that could explain what happened?
Hey guys, I think I might have to go.
Alright. Take it easy,
Bye.
Andre.
Later, Andre.
Sorry I couldn't stay for a while.
It's fine.
You're cool.
Okay. Alright, take it easy, guys.
Take it easy.
Later.
Peace.
Alright.
Yes!
Yes! An examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. Conclusively.
This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish.
Shoe polish.
Indeed. Positively identified by little analysis device I constructed, which I carry out as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, dye are my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish.
What was that, Blackjack?
A matter of course.
Oh. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's laced leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at the point on the floor and tripped.
Please no.
And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life.
Maybe he's gonna recognize that he was writing something.
Was he Wait, who's writing what?
I don't know.
Who's writing what?
He was writing something on the floor.
Oh, yeah, that, okay.
No one seems to have noticed that yet. I don't know anything about this.
We'll get to it. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life?
Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case.
I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama nearly tripped over and now he's no more. Can't be true. I refuse to accept it.
I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened.
But
And if this part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes.
there I wonder.
Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. Aha! Ooh, look.
This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all the first-class cabins have them.
But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Oh, look at that. Oh, what's that?
Broken piece of glass, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
It looks familiar. Perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you.
What was that supposed to mean?
You're going crazy, Mr. Naruhodo. Ooh.
Oh no!
Yes!
But I can prove this! That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the waste paper basket. Here
we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact.
Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly.
Oh no.
So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not?
I don't.
I don't know when that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question.
What?
Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova's and the little glass bell, that would be... Yeah.
Yes!
If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from Daka's collar, the very glass bell in question.
The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall.
And that was the cause of a fateful... And that was the cause of that fateful stumble? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
3, 2, 1, go. Your absent feline friend, Daka. We did it!
Let's go!
Woo!
Thank you, Discord delay.
I couldn't. I couldn't tell anyone. Are you guys hearing me? Because I've been saying the lines.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's
Okay.
kind of faint.
They just weren't
though, is the
advancing.
problem. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Death by tripping
Well, when you
over
say it
a
like
cat.
that, it sounds underwhelming.
A little bit.
That's so lame. Kazuma was so cool. Why'd he die like that?
By the
I thought
way,
it was going to turn out like she strangled him with the cat toy or something, so that he wouldn't blab that
She's
she had.
15.
also, sorry for that little delay. I had to, like, cough. But anyway.
You're valid.
Anyway. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night.
It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands.
Well, do you say that cats become
Do
very
we just take
anxious
him
in
again? Because I played him before.
environments?
There's more people here.
Okay.
Snow.
Do you want me to hop
Snow
in
or
for
Arkham? Which
either
of
way?
you? Either
I
one.
don't mind.
Okay. Arkham, I guess.
Okay.
Kind of waiting on another character, but okay.
Oh. Oh, okay. If you're just gonna wait on another character, Snow.
Okay, he's gonna. Okay. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments.
She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her.
And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it.
Yes. And I had read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me.
Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really.
So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping.
So at that point, you thought it safe to try to load the kitten back in. So at that point, you tried. Fuck. By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin.
Darka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return.
So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet.
Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened.
Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she calmed down. But then... I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out, and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent.
Kazuma was.
I'm gonna try switching the accent again.
Okay.
From the appearance, from the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Burga is a large vessel, but even she can pitch a roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards?
In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator.
Crap, I forgot I was muted. Yet Daka is nowhere to be seen.
I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she's disappeared again.
Gracious, that cat is insufferably... That cat is as insufferably restless as I am.
Well, he knows something about himself, at least.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You can read minds?
When I woke this morning, I heard that the young man in the cabin next to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back.
Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake?
You're right. Where is it?
Where is it?
If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it? And where did it come from? What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on part of its ship?
Me too, Ryunosuke.
Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Perosko.
You couldn't have... Okay, you were strangled, right? Okay.
Seems fine now.
What?
That snake belongs to you?
He escaped from the cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here.
Yes. How did the snake get into this cabin?
But animals are not permitted on board.
Yes, I think we've established that.
We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend? Without someone who understands?
Could you find someone a little more human who understands you better?
But my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake. Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in.
No venom. Perosko does not have venom.
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but whatever.
Yeah,
It's whatever.
You see, it doesn't have teeth.
He is harmless, very long but very gentle. He is adorable, like Granny.
Didn't he hiss at Herlock like several times?
It was hilarious. What do you mean?
To me, at least.
It's
I mean, maybe his granny.
it's venomless.
Yes, now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile.
And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose?
Like they say milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Perosko eats mouses. Big, fat, round mouses.
Ah. Oh. So... was that mousetrap in the passageway out there is for?
Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food?
Nothing says top of the food chain like to look in their eyes right now. Look at the despair in his face.
It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord. And it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so innocent so wrong?
Why did it have to be snakes? He just fell over and completely disappeared.
It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Perosko is nothing to do with this incident.
So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Dot, 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 dot,
I sense
dot.
judgment from that snake's eyes.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel it. I feel it in my soul.
Miss Pavlova. I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in. I do sympathize. Please remember this. Young man lost his life. You're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then. And no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events. An accident.
Oh, you're up.
He's manifested
I
again.
slammed my head directly into the milk bowl over there.
No great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. I can see. It was not the truth. Do you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story. I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
I confess. I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter.
Oh?
I'm only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction.
A distraction?
I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable.
Oh god, again.
Oh. Ah, not again. When did he do that?
Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call.
You were Mr. Sholmes? You were Mr. Sholmes?
I was in fact Mr. Sholmes, yes.
Uh,
Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not?
yes. Kazuma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even.
In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes. Whatever that may be. The key to this discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. The truth about how you really died. About how the scene in your cabin really came to be. Perhaps it's not as anticlimactic as I thought. All right. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo.
So then, shall we begin?
Yes.
What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? This is what we must establish in the first instance.
But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
Hold it!
Wait! Let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's what really happened, does it?
I'm going to have to ask it out. I'm a.
Oh, okay.
This is okay. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right there in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly be more than just a mere accident.
Really?
Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident.
Okay. Have we presented this already?
That is the right response.
Yes!
The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Miss Asogi could have left this message on the floor.
That script, it's Russian, isn't it?
Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe.
I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language, Japanese in this case.
But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast.
That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not.
Sorry? What do you mean?
Exactly what I said before. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead.
That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there, if what Miss Pavlova told us is true.
What?
So, Susato-san has noticed it too, then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words, a mark on the floor.
Yes!
Ooh, stream's getting crunchy again.
Happening again.
Oh, gee. Hold
Also,
on.
Adaru, I can barely hear you now. You're way fainter than you were even when I was saying you were faint.
It's weird.
What is up with these audio balances?
I don't know.
Totally didn't touch anything.
Just raise your volume a bit.
Okay. Is that too much?
You're fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I see. Okay, your stream currently has reduced video or audio quality. This may consume and then network conditions. Okay. So how is it right now?
Sounds good.
I mean, I hear you okay.
Oh, okay.
My audible. Hey, what's up? How
Do I sound clear?
doing?
You sound clear.
Sound good.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Arkham,
Okay.
Working?
Okay. Is everyone good?
I don't know.
I
Nobody
suppose.
responded to my question.
I can
Do
hear
sound
everyone.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Adiro, I couldn't hear you. What?
Shit, really?
Well, no, I couldn't. You said something about something, respond to your question, but I couldn't hear you ask a question.
Oh, yeah. It was just, do I sound okay?
Oh,
You still sound faint, but not as faint as before.
What the fuck?
here for you, Blackjack, go highlight Adaru's name. Right
Uh-huh.
click. You see user volume.
Oh, yeah?
Put it all the way to the right.
Okay. Well, that puts her at 200%.
Yep. Try talking.
Okay.
Adaru.
Hey, hello, what's up? Hi, how we doing?
Hi.
Can you hear her?
Sound okay?
Yeah, you still sound faint, even at 200% volume.
Weird.
Huh.
It might be
Okay.
your
Do
own
I sound
volume
okay?
settings.
Does
Well, no,
anybody
because I
else,
can hear the rest of you.
does anybody else having problems hearing me?
No.
No.
I
clear
can
on my
hear you
end.
fine.
I'll come back.
Well,
Okie dokie, hello. How are we doing?
hi.
Sound the same.
Hello. Damn, what the heck?
What the heck? All right.
Technology.
Technology. Oh well. Okay, we'll just keep going. This.
Does it sound okay on the stream? Oh,
Yeah.
I need to go back to the yeah, pull the video back up. Okay.
Okay. I guess we're gonna wait a couple minutes, or do we keep going?
We keep going.
Okay. This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor.
But that's the glass bell the kitten had around his neck. Around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over and the cat fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic?
Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw. A fatal flaw.
What?
If that's really what happened, then how did half of the bell ended up back here in this cabin?
Yes. Remember that we found the other half in the glass spell in that wastepaper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova?
Oh no.
Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asogi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth, in order to cover up his or her own guilt.
Yes. There was someone else present in Mr. Asogi's.
Hold it!
Ah!
Oh, you have a line.
You are wasting time. Someone else was there? Of course, we know this.
What were you talking about?
Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out.
Oh, yes.
And only other person in cabin when young student died was you.
Yes!
It's true. I was in the cabin when it happened.
You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details.
But I don't know Russian. There's no way I could have left that message.
Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details.
Would you mind?
No, not at all. Please go on. Forgive me, my dear fellow.
As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there in the entire time.
And then the same person picked up the broken glass spell that had fallen to the floor. For fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died.
But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise question.
Yes, well,
It was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item.
You all suspect me, don't you?
Seaman Strogenov!
Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal.
Ah, so that's it.
Say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth.
You would? Right here?
Bet?
He'll tear it out himself.
All right.
Cracks knuckles. Well, this is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure?
You are a great detective. You should know. Look truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Niet! It's impossible.
He's right.
Wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around door latches so they can open and close them from the outside.
Sir, are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors.
Certainly not. These are watertight doors, as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used.
No, of course not. I thought so too. Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so...
Susato-san, how could you shift it onto me like that?
So Seaman Strogenov has a valid point. That cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside.
Not necessarily.
What?
I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door. Without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before.
I don't believe it.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you?
A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside? One way does spring to mind, yes.
Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, and so should you. Because we've seen it happen.
Oh,
Indeed we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? Point out the telling signs of the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across from the outside.
How point and click adventure game of you, Mr. Sholmes.
What are you talking about? What is this pointing and clicking you're talking about?
Don't worry about it. Here, what?
No, you're going to explain this to me right now.
Don't worry about it. Just, Mr.
Naruhodo, please.
Wait a minute. Okay, here it is.
Yes!
Are you having visions of the future again?
Look at that bookcase there. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over?
that must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before.
Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over.
I believe, yes, it's what's known as the force of inertia, acting on the objects.
Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her book, at least. Well, whatever it's called. The same force that pushed over those books on the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come onto this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. But then... That's you, Snow.
Hosonaga.
Oh, okay. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Oh, that sounds like...
Inspector Hosonaga. Oh, yes! That's it. When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door.
Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the first force of inertia, if you want to call it that.
Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Asogi was killed, ooh, that got dark.
It's you, Snow.
Oh, sorry, I had it muted.
Mhm.
The SS Buria made another emergency stop?
When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves have toppled over, and all the ornaments. It's almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over.
Oh, yes, I remember that. I stood them all up again, didn't I?
Then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like Mr. Asogi's cabin.
My.
Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova?
your mind? You say Borya made emergency stop?
It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room.
Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm.
Oh, yes, of course. Was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you only to press the button in times of emergency.
On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity.
Wait, it was you?
When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interests of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today.
This guy.
Oh, wow. Sorry, folks. How's that?
Still happening. Is it? Is everybody else's okay?
Oh, OBS disconnected. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at
the game
streaming
at the best
for
of
offline right
times,
now.
So
Uh-oh.
Yeah, mine's still chippy. It's like laggy, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Reconnection successful. Okay.
I maybe jump off and then come back. and see.
No, it's not. It's not you. It's me. Hold on a
Okay.
second. No, wait. I see green bars.
Okay.
How is it now?
Sounds better.
Yeah, better. Yeah, better.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sounds better.
That was weird. All right.
Technology.
Technology. Everyone needs it, but it doesn't need us.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
everyone needs it, nobody wants it.
Mm. Okay, Arkham.
How dare you mess with ship? I report you to Captain. You are in so much trouble now.
Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learnt a valuable lesson.
Never trust Sherlock Holmes.
What do you? Who is Sherlock Holmes? This is, my dear boy, I am Herlock Sholmes,
Legally distinct.
legally disdained from Mr. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin doors slide closed. So, what we must now consider.
Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, did this ship make an emergency stop, or did it not?
You are idiots. Borya is huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop, even in middle of night, there will be chaos everywhere.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, it's
I'm
certainly.
thinking I'm really reconsidering of traveling with you.
Yes, I agree. It's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea.
Really? I do have evidence, Mr. Naruhodo.
Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night?
Where is it? There it is. All right. Yes. Seaman Strogenov. It's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship, isn't that right?
Duh, that is correct. Why?
And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the details of your duties?
What are you doing with that? That is mine.
Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with a mind to return it to you later.
I left it there on purpose. That is where I always put it.
The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase, "nothing to report," every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all.
Nothing recorded in the log?
That is... Duh, because nothing happened.
But if nothing happened, you would normally write, "nothing to report," wouldn't you? Gulp.
Did it?
Audible gulp.
Audible gulp.
No, it says the word gulp.
Gulp. Indeed so. Which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Buria. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact.
You suggesting the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night?
Stop talking rubbish.
If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself.
Oh? Why?
Well, because of something as major as an emergency stop really had happened. Surely all of us would have noticed.
It's very true. And stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. Ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. Can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night.
Well, no. That's a good point.
What of the throbbing?
Oh,
Sorry? What do you mean?
I refuse to elaborate. Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We've all suffered with it.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I have had a headache. I've had a headache. You're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today.
Or have I? My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn.
Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected.
He's right. My head's been throbbing today, too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Then, the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all of this was happening to me?
Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo. You bought this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, well, yes. Sorry.
The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on?
Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals.
So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it?
Yes. In fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken.
Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all?
That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant?
My dear fellow, does that not strike you?
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say? That there was something wrong with the chicken?
I do.
No! Really? Is that really true?
The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it.
Sleeping drug.
Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop?
Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea.
Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator.
What?
Mr. Sholmes!
Well, Seaman?
Eh?
I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew, and the captain himself, will be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade.
Please, no more. I will tell everything. I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore.
Look how thick his neck is.
Jesus.
These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe.
Yes, so when I decided to run away, I asked him to help me.
We all agreed to help. Everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel.
I don't believe it.
All right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night.
Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point.
Duh. We could not make cold drug. How you say? Dissolve?
Ugh. Talk about a heavy seasoning.
Shh. At midnight, in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. He was held by comrade on shore with small fishing boat.
While all the passengers of the SS Buria slept soundly. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained.
So, if that's what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who disliked chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door.
But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in the case. There would have been complete chaos.
Oh, I wouldn't say so.
What?
Ah, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which, they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug.
Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night.
Yes.
The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship...
Sorry, I messaged you. Sorry.
You're fine. The culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning.
You have talked long time and said many things. What is point?
The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door.
I mean, you?
All told, a busy night.
But I don't know about any of this. I am just a little girl.
She is just little girl.
You would like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes.
A laudable trait.
What?
I am quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo,
Oh, yes?
Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind?
No, I just hear you.
What accusatory cry of guilt?
Sorry, you've lost me.
Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes, for observation is the basis of all deduction.
So you see it.
No, you hear it with your ears.
What are you talking about?
I believe the time has come. For one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth.
Oh, again.
Oh shit.
I forgot about this.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistance, if you please.
With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes?
With observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said, of these two prevaricators. Yes?
Observation?
You remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? Tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. We're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened.
Precisely. You're delightfully quick to grasp my meaning.
Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died.
Whoa.
Oh, there it is. Oh, look at this.
It's on his booty.
It's on his booty!
Why are you looking at this man's ass, Mr. Naruhodo?
Don't look at the ass, look at the purple thing, just...
What are you doing? Come on.
What do you mean, come on? You're the one that looked at his ass.
What?
A stain in an unusual place on his ass. You're right, it looks like ink if I'm not mistaken.
Beginning to suspect our fates are in the hands of idiots.
What do you mean? We're college students, right?
Oh, come now. I'm not in university. What are you talking about? I got my degree in deduction.
There's a major in that?
With a minor in tomfoolery, in fact, my dear fellow.
Oh, it makes sense now.
Okay.
Ink. And look at the color, too. It's clear where this came from. Yeah.
Yes!
Seaman Strogenov, you seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there.
Yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from.
So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain?
What are you trying to say?
It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain.
It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganov's uniform.
I think what made it is clear.
Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it.
My pleasure. Alright then. The evidence that proves that what the stain on the back of Seaman Stroganov's uniform really is...
Yes!
Yes, it's this photograph, and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform.
Ink?
Rather unusual color of ink. Purple.
Hey,
Ah, the penny drops. At last. Now you see the significance.
The Russian word on the floor, next to the victim's body, was written in the purple ink. In purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color.
If the ink had been dry, it couldn't have possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means... you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilt.
all right, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in Dead Student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Burya do emergency stop and pulled cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel.
Bif, please.
Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet.
Bif, please, you must help me.
I went with her. Then the door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw a student boy on floor. What happened here?
Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend.
Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you.
The kitten
The
escaped.
kitten is... Oh, no.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's you.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, all right. Oh. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell onto the floor.
Yeah, that is right.
So after the incident, when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers.
Only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor.
She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked. So she opened to look and you already know what happened after.
It's just one thing. You wouldn't mind?
What?
We went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova. Is he already dead?
Wait.
I already told you. When Nina opened door to a student's cabin and looked inside.
Asking Miss Pavlova.
Hmm. Well, Miss Pavlova?
Oh.
Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared.
I understand and believe you.
So that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last?
Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes?
This photograph? Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events? A kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural.
What do you mean, unnatural?
What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, well. If Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photographic print seems unnatural? Okay. I'm pretty sure I can't print it? Nope. Okay, I'm just going to just present. Alright. If he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist just doesn't seem quite right.
The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say. As though he were gripping something.
What do you mean?
Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago.
You did?
And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow?
Mr. Sholmes, show us, please.
Why, of course, my dear madam. Will I keep you in suspense?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, he...
This entire time, in fact. Haha.
Just saying if you're paying attention.
This is what I found.
Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle.
Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us?
It tells us nothing.
I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks... It looks some familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before.
Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key.
What?
The truth is now tantalizingly close.
How did that crescent moon came to be in Kazuma's clenched fist?
This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe. Find the answer with your own eyes.
Left or right ear? Yep.
Yes! The other side.
Oh.
Okay.
You got it.
The guide says both. So,
Okay.
yeah. Miss Pavlova, on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well.
Ah!
What?
And you on your other ear, there seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little ink holding it must have been broken, I suppose.
Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there was only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell into the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments?
Oh no.
Angel.
No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Whoa.
A knockout.
KO.
We've defeated a 15-year-old.
Destroyed by facts and logic.
It took us 3 weeks. When I think about everything that happened yesterday.
It's actually Pavlova.
I believe that is. I believe that is
Oh, that's
blackjack.
blackjack. Go for it.
Oh, okay. When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Taka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with the little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy. But nothing worked. Darka would not come back.
What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
A young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin.
Just a moment. Sorry, but...
Oh, yes?
I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina.
Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina?
Stream is getting crunchy again.
Oh, stopping right now. Yep. Stop streaming. And stream again. Yep. How's that?
Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment.
I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice.
I see. So you've run away.
Please, please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone.
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened, everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted, and then Taka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And she turned around to look at me. I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me.
And that's when you went to fetch help? From Seaman Strogenov, who was on duty out in the passageway?
I heard Nina cry out and thud on floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said,
Help me, Bif. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go.
So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door.
yeah. I went into cabin and looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway. In the wardrobe, still sleeping.
Right. That's when he found me.
So you worked out a plan. Lay the blame on the stowaway.
I closed wardrobe and put back strange paper sign.
Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato started believing me. When I said I was innocent.
I dragged young man's body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote, "What? This." So that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find Stowaway.
And tell me, what is the glass bell?
It was by my feet, so I picked it up.
I see.
but it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half.
Then Angel went back to her cabin and I finished job.
By pressing the emergency button in the passageway?
Yeah.
Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery.
There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova.
What?
Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But even if he pulled that bell cord and called for the captain of that ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem?
What he said first made me scared.
What he said first?
What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
He said an inspector was his friend.
Oh, yes, meaning me. Who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard?
Well, fat lot of good that did.
I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord,
May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? Just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know.
What?
Do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I don't know for certain. But he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done.
No, he was looking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There is one more deduction to make.
One more? What? Another deduction?
Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed?
This is just plain information he wasn't there for.
Hmm.
I mean, he was kind of there.
Yeah, I know.
First, consider the victim's location within his cabin.
That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage.
So this is how the cabin looked at last night, when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama.
Yes, it's exactly how it was.
Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes. If there's one thing I've learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze where it lands. So, when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? Okay. He's having bad. Well,
What?
What? I don't know. His
Get
bad.
an achievement for doing that.
I did? Oh, I didn't know that. I remember him being annoyed about this pillow. He said it was too thin. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's there. It says it's the achievement. That's funny. Did he put that big, thick book of Japanese law underneath it? In fact, perhaps he was thinking of looking something up. Either that or talking to Miss Pavlova made him acutely tired. Okay, time for the actual thing.
No, it's the cord, obviously.
Obviously, it's the cord. He'll call the captain. Who cares? I'm just kidding. What a mood breaker. The wardrobe. My wardrobe. I was in there at the time, of course, sleeping soundly. Too soundly. If only I hadn't eaten that chicken when that was laced in that sleeping drug. If only he had woken me up. Then maybe this tragedy would have never happened. Okay. Guess what to present it.
Take that!
Considering everything that had happened last night, apparently it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord.
Yes. However, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe.
The wardrobe.
And more importantly, was inside the wardrobe. The man's great friend, sleeping soundly.
Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. Were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night?
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Another opinion.
Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt.
Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. This may have ended very differently if you had.
Miss Pavlova? I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that.
I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What have I done?
Wait, who's this?
That's you.
Ryunosuke?
Alright. Okay. And so, at long last, for three weeks, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Buria, I was finally laid to rest. I pronounced it right this time.
See, I told you you'd get it by the end of the case.
Yeah!
Just want to say, Blackjack, you did
So,
such
are
a
they
great
good-
Good job,
Are
Blackjack.
they
That
gonna
was
tell us what happened to the
incredible.
cat? Because at first I thought the snake might have eaten it, but he said the snake was still hungry.
Huh. Yeah. Well, good job, Blackjack. Seriously.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah.
9th January, 7:14 p.m., SS Buria, first class cabin passageway. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now, then?
Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard.
What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Will the Russians try to repatriate her? Repatriate her, yeah.
Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out.
Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then?
No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Seaman Strogenov?
I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, but how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police.
That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste. But... well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you?
Duh.
Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage to Japan.
Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different.
So, you should get back to your cabin now.
It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before I'd even begun then. To think that only days ago, Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we'd tear up the streets of London. It seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Susato-san?
Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned.
Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that.
Still believe this has happened. Can't believe someone's life can be over just like that.
Susato-san.
Such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. Now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. But I could never forgive the person responsible. Now we know the truth. It was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much.
Yes, I know.
I wish there was something I could say. Ah, damn it.
Inspector.
My duty was to see Asogi and Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. But I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder.
Nobody blames you, Inspector. And I'm free again now, so at least,
Wow.
Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting.
Sorry?
So I decided to restore them, for old time's sake, shall we say? Ah, stowaway, after all.
Says more about
He thinks he is this funny?
Mr. Sholmes. Do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you. The bottom of my heart.
Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences? The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened.
What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway.
The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant.
What's to be?
In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Where's Susato-san?
My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely.
But there is no one else here with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer.
Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid.
Oh, but...
But anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
Yes.
Mr. Zato,
Yes.
do you think perhaps I might be able to do it?
But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law?
No, I'm not, but...
I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it would work. It could work.
But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must be, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain.
Mr. Naruhodo.
That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days?
There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if, by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate.
But why put yourself in such a difficult position?
For Kazuma. He said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain. And that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mr. Susato?
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say?
Are you serious?
One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable.
No, it's madness.
Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree?
Fascinating?
Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination.
Speak for yourself.
Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No. And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage.
Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice.
Inspector.
After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'll do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here.
Thank you, Inspector.
If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how best to make my report. Adieu.
Adieu.
Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer?
Would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all.
Thank you.
And Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this.
What? Me? Are you sure? Sure.
I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. His name is Karuma, a great soul that's been in the Asogi clan for generations.
Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it always. So then, Miss Susato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come to get.
It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. For the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. I'll fill every spare moment with study.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
Before we begin, I have an honest favor to ask of you too.
Goodness, what is it?
Please, throw me to the ground. 3 times.
What?
Should never have doubted you. You're Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior.
No, you were in shock. You just found out about me being stolen. Ah!
No! I won't let you make excuses for me! Whatever the circumstances, I should have never thrown you. And not just once, but 5 times!
The number keeps creeping up, doesn't it?
Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it! Don't even think about it.
No! I don't even know how! I've never thrown anyone in my life!
Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training.
You're still here?
Do you mean I'm
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
I observed your throwing techniques several times with great interest. I confessed I was most impressed.
When did he see that?
I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling?
Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling but my own interpretation of an ancient jujitsu technique.
Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. It leads your head swimming, believe me.
How beguiling. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I am a somewhat accomplished boxer.
There he goes, dancing around again.
I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your resting throw?
Yes, I'd be honored.
Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam.
Of course. You ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
What? Sorry?
Yeah! As you can see, you throw from the abdomen.
Oh, yes, arresting indeed. And that is what you termed the Susato takedown, is it?
Actually, no, that was a Susato squash.
Why?
A turn of events.
I can't believe Ryunosuke's dead.
Sherlock's off to the side making notes.
In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Karma?
That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan.
I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely.
He's so fucking cool.
God, he's so cool. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. It can't be parted from the katana. Karama guides me. I truly believe that.
So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling.
On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me.
Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you.
Oh god, the screen's getting crunchy again.
So close to the end.
Oh boy, we can do this. We can do it. Wait, someone's in the chat? Oh, bye,
Hey,
Snow.
Hi.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London.
Great job,
Yay,
everyone.
good job, guys.
We did it.
That was longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considerably.
Wow. Wow.
Did have some technical issues though, so.
Yeah,
Yes, quite a few of them.
quite a few. Well, yeah, anyway, good job, guys. We'll start
Woo!
chapter 3 next week.
Whew.
Awesome. You're gonna have to message me telling me who you think I should be.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Cool.
Yeah,
Want to be one of the jurors if there's room.
there's probably there's at least
Okay.
there's 3, right?
3
5.
ladies.
5. There you go.
Well, there's 5 jurors.
Sure.
6 jurors. There's 3 ladies, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, I'll sort it out when I can. I'll tag you all when that happens. So
Sounds good.
So anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you guys, as usual, for joining me. I'll see you guys next week.
Bye bye.
Woo!
We still don't know where the cat went.
Nope.
Not
And we never
important.
will, baby. Woo!
Woo!